Hello, it's me. It's a hellhole of a garden. Oh my gosh, can't believe what I'm looking at is lush. I've got purple sprouting broccoli. Absolute wally. I just really don't like gardening. Oh, brilliant, aren't I? Hedgehogs. She doesn't know she's born. Well, that's him gone then. Hello, it's me. You might not recognise me because I look like a teenage boy. See? Oh, well, apart from the welly boots, of course. We've even got a can of, gosh, look, brand placement all over the place. It's the 1st of March. It is not windy. It is not raining. I need to stand somewhere where the shadow's not being weird on my face. What about if I stand here? So with it not being windy or rainy and actually being sunny but not hot, it's a perfect day to get out here and start to grapple with this hellhole of a garden. This video is going to be about why I garden even though I really don't enjoy it. So the long story, just watch the video. Short story is I enjoy a beautiful garden and flowers, and therefore I have to just do the gardening. Oh my gosh, can't believe what I'm looking at. I can't believe it. I've got purple sprouting broccoli. I mean, I knew I had purple sprouting broccoli because I grew these massive plants, but never had any broccoli on them, and they've all flopped over and I got all cross about them. But look at this. Look. Some there, some there, some there, there. There's loads of it. And over here, there's some about to come in there. And this one's doing it, even though it's fallen on the floor. Oh, you see, I gave up on them and just let them flop. I should have continued to take care of them. Oops, there goes my sunglasses. Look. Gosh, you can understand why... Oh, am I wobbling you a lot? I'm using my actual camera rather than my telephone because I need the wind thingy. Not that it's that windy actually. But you can understand why it's not a cheap produce. It's not cheap to produce the produce because they take up a lot of room and a long time. They've been in there months and weeks. Oh, my cuttings are looking good. There's a ladybird on my artichoke. Look at that. Hi, darling. Eat the bugs. Yeah, look, my cuttings are doing okay. This is a rose. I took the cuttings off. And then here, oh, you can't really see, but this is a fuchsia. It's got some new growth down there. That one has there. That one has over there. That one, maybe not. Right, I'm procrastinating. Let's get on and do this trampoline. I think I'm going to need some tools. Idiot! You absolute wally! What'd you do that for? Got Toby on FaceTime and got Wilfred working. It's very nice to see the lesser spotted Wilfred outside getting some vitamin D.
I was going to say, is he okay being out in daylight?
His skin's sparkling.
It might actually be fizzling off.
Sizzling. Look at him go! Look at him go! Woohoo! Woohoo! So handsome, so handsome. Look at that, he's done that in no time. Right, now to find out which one of these ratchets spanners work. Yeah, you got to get these spanners undone now.
See you later, Spanner.
Bye, Spanner.
Not that one. That one first. I can just tell. But the thingy's bent into it. Look, that won't go in because
Oh, it's difficult, isn't it? Maybe what you need to do is get it loosened. Oh dear, I think it's going the correct way. Get it loosened so it's come off a bit, and then... Oh, hang on, gone the wrong way. There's a robin. Where's it gone? Did you just see it fly? It's been watching me. There it is. And I've just put some worms here. Let's see if it comes along. It's checking it out. I've just seen so much stuff going on today. Birds that have paired up, and oh, here comes my robin again. Come on, little robin. Before those worms go and find a shady, warm, moist spot. Singing. I am feeling extremely overwhelmed because it's overwhelming. The size of the garden is a lot. It's big. It's a big garden. It's far too big for me on my own. I do have help from my friend Anna, who's a lovely, amazing gardener, but she doesn't have enough hours that the garden needs. She does the bits. She does the maintenance bits, but everything else, the forward planning and just the other stuff that goes with looking after a garden comes down to me. And I'm not great at that. I always have ideas beyond the time that I've got. Come on, Robin. I really, really want you to... Hang on, here we go. It's going to go for it. Oh, chickened out. The worms are still there. I'll tell you about my plans. I've obviously got this bed here now, and I've got an asparagus bed going in there in the cage that'll stop the deer from eating it. That's the other thing I find difficult, is that I'm constantly fighting the rabbits, squirrels, crows, pigeons, mice, rats, foxes, badgers, hedgehogs. Everybody is welcome in my garden, obviously, but it does mean that there are some things that I just can't even contemplate growing, which is also absolutely fine. But it's been many years of trial and error, many years of trial and error, and I'm fed up of making errors all the time. This is horrendous. Oh dear, it's horrendous. Oh, I said that this video is a video about why I garden. And I don't do it for my mental health at all. In fact, it's not good for my mental health in any way, shape or form. I do it because I want blueberries. I want blueberries. I want my own blueberries that I've grown organically. I'm getting there with this. This wasn't even on the plan today. The plan was to get the trampoline down, but Wilf and I just can't undo the nuts and Toby is washing his car, because you've got to do that while the sun shines. There we go, sun shining. If you needed proof, well, you do in England, because we don't see it very often in March. So this is going to be okay. I shall, I think, have a cup of tea and a chat with you, and then come back to it, because I want to cry, because I'm not enjoying myself. I know life isn't about perpetually enjoying yourself and not taking care of the things you need to take care of, because it catches up and bites your bum in the end. But I just really don't like gardening. I'm going to sit down on my swing seat and have a chat with you in a sec. Just make a cup of tea. Oh look, you can see me. I'm about to perch myself on this swing seat for a chatter and a bite to eat. Oh, look at these. Look at these. They're going over now. But, oh my Lord. Look at that. I have got here a lovely cup of tea. Some chocolate biscuits and some ginger kefir yogurt stuff. Now, I didn't actually want my chocolate biscuits to fall into it, because I wanted to dunk them in my tea. Just licked that one clean, so I can dunk it in my tea. I'm only having the yogurt because I'm trying to counteract the fact that I'm eating crap. It's going to be tricky talking to you now, because I've got biscuits in my tea. I've been finding this video really difficult to make. There's going to be a lot of footage that just goes in the bin, because it's very hard for me to not grumble and point out all the things I don't like about gardening, in an attempt to make people understand why I garden and why I don't like it. But that would make for a very ungrateful video, and I don't want anybody to feel that I'm not grateful for this space that we've got, because I am really grateful for it. But it is unmistakably and unarguably far too much for one person on their own. And although, as I've said, I have help from my friend Anna, she hasn't got enough hours that the garden needs, and there's not the budget for it either. So if I want a nice garden, I have to get out there and jolly well do the gardening. And I do. But unfortunately, it's not a hobby for me. Some people love it. I would rather be sitting in a pretty garden with my knitting and my stitching. Some people do it because they like being outside, and they want the physical exercise. They find it's really good for their mental well-being. I don't need the physical exercise. I don't get the benefits for my mental health. I get quite the reverse, in fact. However, I love sitting on this swing seat, looking out over a huge flower bed that I put in a couple of years ago that is really very beautiful once everything springs into life. I love that. I couldn't sit here in this seat, in this spot, if it was just full of brambles, if the grass was up to my eyeballs, if it was just uncared for. We bought this house from a really lovely man called Bob. At the time, we thought he was quite old. He was 7 years older than Toby is now. And he loved this house, and he loved his garden. And when we took it on, being as young as we were and foolhardy, we did not realise what a commitment a garden of this size is. And that was a mistake. We were like lambs to the slaughter. And then we had 3 little babies back to back, and life was busy, and I've done my best with it. I really have. And I've tried to make it kind of low maintenance, but unfortunately the type of garden that I enjoy isn't low maintenance. I wish it were. It just isn't. I like a country cottage style garden. And although that is what I had in my old house when I lived on my own, and I loved gardening then, absolutely loved it. Saturday morning, get my fly mow out, mow my little front lawn, mow my back lawn, do the edging, potter about, go to the garden centre, get a few plants, have some hanging baskets, and I loved it because honestly I could do a Saturday morning, everything would be done, and then I'd spend the rest of the weekend just reaping the rewards of fruits of my labour. However, it takes me over an hour to water in the summer, just my pots. My own fault. I've too many pots. It's ridiculous. But everything just looks stark and boring without the pots, and that makes me sad. I'd rather spend the hour grizzling, watering them, so I can spend the rest of the time looking at them and thinking, oh, aren't they gorgeous? I love them so much. You see, I love sitting in a nice garden. Hello Bumblebee. I like visiting gardens. I enjoy picking flowers, picking food, all of that sort of thing. So I have to grow the flowers, I have to grow the food, I have to tidy the garden up. But I find it a very unsatisfying job. I don't get a sense of achievement or satisfaction from it. I just feel it's a drag. Obviously, once I've picked the flowers and they're in a beautiful jug on the side, I get satisfaction. But the actual labour, I find it completely such a drag. I'm sure there's many of you right now switching off thinking, she doesn't know she's born. But this is just how I feel. And I get so many people saying to me, if you hate gardening, why are you always gardening? Or if you hate gardening, why is your garden so lovely? Or if you hate gardening, I don't understand why you hate gardening. You're so good at it. You're so knowledgeable. But lots of people don't like their job and they're really good at it. I know lawyers out there who loathe their jobs, but they're top of their game. And they get up and they go out and they do the work because they want the reward from that. I'm the same with my gardening. That is the most silly analogy I've ever come up with, I think. But I hope you know where I'm going with it. So as I sit here and look around and see things that are coming to life from the fruits of my labour, yeah, I suppose I do get satisfaction from that, but I don't get the satisfaction from the actual putting in the plants. I just want to get it done and move on to the next thing. I find gardening a really lonely task as well because it's so overwhelming for me, and I don't have anybody with me to help, and I quite often need somebody. I need a hand, and Bill can't help me. Wilfred's still a little, he's not physically big enough. Ted's working, and Toby, he's got the weekends, but he has a big job and a hard job, and he's full on during the week. So at the weekends, he needs some downtime. He doesn't like gardening either, but in the summer, he has to deal with the lawn, does the chopping and the pruning and the brambling and all like the heavy duty stuff. He doesn't have the capacity to help me make a new bed. In fact, what I want to do over in that veg patch is take up all of the gravel and reorganise the beds just to make them a little bit more pleasing for a start. And also, I don't really want raised beds anymore. I know I'm putting more wood down now, but I'm just using what I've got. But the thing is that slugs and snails love hiding in wooden raised beds. They just love it. I'd rather do it the Charles Dowding way, where you just have beds, and in between the beds you have bark or whatever, and then you can just change the layout whenever you want to. That's what I would like to do, but that's not gonna, oh, I'm gonna start swinging. I'm gonna put my leg back down. But that's just for another day. You see, it's changed so much over time with our needs, much like the house, that we just have added bits on, and now it just looks a blooming mess. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to poodle around the garden with you and show you the lovely bits, and then maybe show you the finished raised bed when I've done it. And then I'm going in to hopefully make a pair of trousers. That's what I've really wanted to do today. Actually, what I really wanted to do is sit and knit. But I do want these trousers too, and I can't find them in the shops. So I've got to try and make them myself, which often ends up in disaster. Just like my baking does often end up in disaster. Brilliant, aren't I? Brilliant gardener. Brilliant baker. That was actually delicious, that ginger kefir yoghurt with those biscuits. This here is glowing. There's a twig in the middle there that is just, it almost looks like it's made of plastic. It's unbelievable, and that will sprout forth into limey, white, variegated and lime green leaves. Look at these hellebore. They're going over a bit now, they've been a bit battered. But aren't they gorgeous? A stunning swathe of snowdrops. This clump here, I divide it every year when they go over a bit. I divide it and spread them around. Look at these hellebores. Oh gosh, they're just delightful. Look at that. And I've got some muscari naturalising in here. So once the snowdrops have all gone down, the muscari will all... Actually, I don't know what that is. I don't think that is muscari. There's loads of things in here. Lots more lovely, lovely hellebores. This one's gorgeous. Look at that. Another cornice here, literally glowing yellow and red. Stunning day, you can see for miles. Oh, looks like I'm going to get some flowers on this for the first time. I think it's a euonymus or something like that. What did I call it? What is it? What is it? Escalonia. This Euphorbia wolfeni is stunning when the wisteria is in full bloom, which is going to be happening quite soon. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ooh. I've still got a lot of plastic under here that I need to... Oh, gold! I had some food because I'm feeling a little bit low blood sugar shaky. I have finished my new raised bed. There it is. These bits of wood here were from my old chicken coop from years and years ago, and we just kept hold of them. I will chop these sticking out end bits off, trip hazard, but I've put some visual obstacles there so that they don't oh, can you hear that aeroplane? That's noisy. So that people don't trip over them. And it's got some fresh compost in there, my own, don't you know. And I think we'll grow some nice stuff in there. I don't know what yet, but haven't planned it. I do feel good about that. I feel very happy that I have utilised what I had, and with a little bit of elbow grease I've pushed the needle forward in the garden. I think before I go in I'll just do a little bit of hoeing of the weeds in the gravel, because they're beginning to sprout up. And when I say weeds, I don't actually mean weeds. Some of them are really beautiful flowers, but they are just all through the gravel, and there's just no way they can stay there, or they'll just become obstacles and be even worse next year. I'll leave some in, of course, because, you know, we like to feed the bees around here. Oh yeah, I'm really glad that that is a job done. Not what I was expecting to do today. I wanted to move my horrible compost heap issue, but that'll be for another day. The cavalry's here. There he is. You pillock.
Oh. I thought you were saying someone was here.
No, you, the cavalry. You're the cavalry. It's astonishing how much sort of lifted I feel just knowing that he's doing the trampoline. What have you done?
Cut my finger.
Oh, badly?
Yeah.
Really? Let's see. Oh, that's not bad.
Oh.
You don't need a stitch, you need a plaster.
Yeah.
That's not nice though. Ow. It's because you go too fast. I shouldn't criticise him, but we'll stop working. Well, that's him gone then. I've been out here for 6 hours now and I've had enough. I'm going in. I'm going to have a glass of wine. I'm going to have a shower, clean my nails, and make a plan of what to do, where, when, and how for the upcoming few months. Thank you ever so much for watching. I've no idea how this vlog's gone, whether it's a load of rubbish or whether it's actually one of those surprisingly good ones. If you liked it, press the like button, and then that gives me a guide as to whether this is your jam or to try something different. My garlic's growing. Look at that. Look at that. I put it in late as well. I suppose it doesn't mean I'm going to have successful garlic, but it is growing. And look, the raspberries are sprouting. Please let me have some raspberries this year. Some good ones. Right, me, my filthy camera, my filthy tripod, my filthy everything is going in. Let's go. You ain't looking so good yourself, mate.
You know I'm not looking so good.
Oh, you've got a stupid hat on.
I know.
I don't know which to do first, wine or the crisp. I think I need both in equal measure. Bloody lovely.
Bloody lovely.
This is another reason why gardening is a struggle for me. It's like I'm sat here now with you enjoying a glass of wine and I've just spotted that the peony frame has collapsed, so I've got to get up.
Yeah.
And I've got to sort the peony frame out. I know I said goodbye, but I'm still here, and you can actually see what I look like now, whereas before I was just a big white mouth. We've come into the pub where, as you can see, Street Dog, that's you, she's taken Margot's empty dog food bag and tried to hide it with a blanket. jettisoned the cushion. I'm going to turn on the Christmas twig. Oh, there we go. Christmas twig is on. Mogget is ready for me to sit down. I have got, look at that, a cup of tea and a glass of wine.
No, that's not a cup of tea. That's your empty glass cup that you left there earlier. You didn't put in the dishwasher.
It's true. It's true. Right, we're going to sit here, have some...
Have some what?
Hang on, because I just got to, you know, because I'm vlogging, I've got to edit it in a certain way.
Have some lovely interaction.
Yes. What has she done here as well? Right, I'm gonna take my hat off. Sort the cushions out. Going to light a candle. Oh, got two on the go. Which one's that? Oh, I love that one. I think I might save that one for autumn. Ah, Bunny's jumping in.
Jumping in?
Monkey. Yeah, into my seat. Right, watch your feet. Putting that there.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the backgammon. Just want things to look pretty, you know. Let's hide this from me. Hide it.
Gonna need to have another top up of wine soon.
Oh, I haven't even had a sip of mine.
I know you've been
Something in my sock.
flapping around.
I know, I can't help it. Right. Well, when you top yourself up, you'll have to top me up as well.
No.
Yeah, otherwise it's not fair. You would have drank all the wine.
Hello, it's a few days later now and I'm out in my greenhouse and it's raining and it's windy and I can't tell you how grateful I am just to have this space. It's lush. I've been to the garden centre. So wonky. I've been to the garden centre and just got a few little bits. I've had a lovely little pot of snowdrops on my outdoor kitchen table. I'm going to take that away now and tuck it away somewhere so that it can just brew for next year. And I purchased this. What is this? Is this a primula? I get confused between primula and primroses. This is a primrose. This is a primrose. And I've just plonked it in this sweet little pot, and when it's finished I'll plant it up in the garden. But that's going to look lovely. It's going to brighten up the spring. I also got for the patio these lovely pansies. Got that one, it's called a True Blue. And then look at the roots on these guys. And then I got a Mystique Denim. This just blows my mind. Can you see that? Oh, beautiful. So I've got this, I'm going to put them in this, got this pot. I'm going to put them in there and I'm going to put them where I can see them from the kitchen window. I think if I just do a little bit at a time with the garden, just literally go to the garden centre and get a couple of things just for a task, that's the way forward. What I tend to do normally is I'll go to the garden centre and I will buy loads of things, and then I bring them back and I've spent a fortune and there they all are, and I think, well, I haven't got time to deal with all of that now, so I'll do it later, and then I build it up into this big thing in my head, and then unfortunately some of them die because they needed attention pretty much straight away. So I'm doing it a different way round. Tomorrow's job is to, depending on the weather, clean the outside of the greenhouse or clean the inside of the greenhouse. There's mud in my gloves. Sort of defeats the object, that, doesn't it? I'm just going to pop them where I think will look nice. Come on. And then I'll have a little rearrange. I guess I should really have gone for a pink or a yellow, but I just like these different blues all together. I think they're very nice. Okay, they're going to look lovely. I need some more compost though. And you can go in there. I've either got enough space to puff right up. Let's just make sure there's enough compost all around them. Oh gosh, how do people enjoy this sort of thing? Ugh, boring. And muddy. Of course. Boring and bloody muddy. But look how pretty they are. It's worth it, isn't it? It's absolutely worth it. 100% worth it. It's like changing your bed sheets. It's 100% worth it. You never regret changing your bed sheets. You never regret potting up your pots. Am I wobbling you a lot? Don't regret taking care of your garden. There we are. That's done. I've stopped preaching. I'm going in for a cup of tea. Oh no, I've got 6 more of these and I've got another one. Do you know what? I might put another one in the middle there. Maybe. Shall I? Or are these going to puff up enough? Yeah, I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to go and find another pot just like this. Also, I bought this. This is to go in a pot out on my front patio area. At some point I need to start my seeds going as well. There we are, that's that one done. Ooh, it's blowing out a bit. And since, nasty noise, since it's raining, this will all get rained off. So I'm just going to go and put those in place and then wrap this vlog up. I've plonked that one on the giant fire pit because I can see it from my kitchen window when I'm washing up. And I've popped that one on the kitchen table because you can just see that from everywhere. I was going to put this on the kitchen table, but I've decided to bring it inside. I've decided to put it there by the front door. I think it looks really sweet. And as we come in from here, there it will be. Just for now. I might put it on the kitchen table later. But, oh, it's so sweet. I do love that. Oh, I do love that. I'm going to round this one up now. I'll see you again really soon. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do let me know if this is the sort of thing that is entertaining, and because there's no point in me making videos that nobody likes. Margot says goodbye. Bunny says goodbye. You were sitting there looking so pretty. Sit there and look pretty again. I can't video. Nah, she's not playing ball. I'll see you next time.